Hello and welcome back to a new series on Lone Oak Farm. It's a big map, this one, and I thought I'd like to do another series alongside Sussex Farm, and this seemed like the perfect one to do. It's a new map that's come out. It's a fantastic map. I've been on it briefly just to have a quick look around. I've put some money in it, and so we've got money for fields and equipment. I've bought a field over the back just behind that grass field that you see there, and then I've bought a couple of bits of equipment, nothing too major. We'll go and have a look at those now. I need this. Let's go and pick up the grass rake, I think it's called, another mod, just to fertilise the grass fields that we've got. So we seem to have a few of those. So we'll make our way over to the shop and I'll see you there. This is the shop here on the right. Just go in here and the equipment is there. There we go. Let's have a look at what we've got. So we've got a big cultivator from the Horse mod, and then we've got another mod here. It's a Fendt 1050. It looks brilliant. I've never used it. It's my first time using it, so I have put the Vario grip on it. What that means, I have no idea. I don't know anything about them, but grip is always good. So just get this hooked up here. There we go. What we'll do is, because that other tractor's bound to be faster than that one, this one, sorry, we'll just stick that one on follow me. If I park far enough away from it. Oh, I like that. That's clever. It's very nice in here. I think it does. So you can open the doors and do whatever you want. Sorry about that, my computer decided it didn't want to play the game, it wanted to drop to desktop instead. So what we've done is we've just connected it up and just stuck it on follow me for now. We'll have a play about with it when it's in the field. We'll just get these back, and then we'll get going on the cultivating. I know we only did cultivating yesterday on Sussex, but we'll get on with the cultivating, and then we'll look at getting the grass done while we have a worker on the cultivator. Helps if I go on the right side of the road. Yeah, I knew that'd happen. Okay, we're back on track now. Onto the farm. Hopefully I stay on the correct side of the road now. We're in America on this one. If I do manage to get back into time lapses in the near future, this is one of those maps that you know will go well. It's so vast you just couldn't run out of things to do. I think this is something that if I do get back into it before FS19, this is definitely a map that's got to be done. What I've done is I've put 3 days to a season. Might not be enough when it comes down to actually working, but that's what I've done. If it turns out it's not enough, we can't really change it because seasons doesn't like that too much. But when we do the next series, we'll put it on more, because Sussex Farm is also on 3 days. I don't know how much luck people are having with 3 days, but for recording purposes I think that's best at the minute. What we'll do is we'll park this one up here, which I think is actually going to be in the way a little bit. Yeah, we'll just put that one there. We'll take this one off, follow me, and we'll go and have a play with it. Let's go and see what it does. I think we'll start with this field here. We'll go up to the top, and then we'll come back down. So we own that field in front of us now. That's the one that I bought before I started recording. We own this one to the left of us. Let me just check what we own. Yeah, this one to the left of us. We own the grass field to the right of us, and we also own field 35, which is back at the farm. I don't, unless I've missed one. No, that's all we own, that is. So we'll have to work hard to get some more, unless we have enough money in the bank. But I think we're going to need a lot more machinery. As it stands, we have 2 really small combine harvesters, and I'd much rather have one big one. Let's get this unfolded. Like so. Lower it down. Let's get a crack on. Seem to be at the edge of the field there. For those of you that don't have this installed and haven't tried it, I think it's brilliant so far. This is my first time using it, the Fendt, but it's an impressive machine. Even just to look at it's impressive. I've not had a play around with the IC yet. That's what caused the computer to drop back to desktop. It didn't like me using the shift key. So I don't know what that's all about. It never used to do it. It just does it now. It just wants to do it when I'm recording. Right, we've got to take this and not hit that tractor now. What I'll do is I'll just take it like that. Yeah, that was a bit of a short swing. Hey, I didn't go too well. Right, let's try again. Yeah, I'll go back and tidy that bit up after. But if we go to the outside view, just so you can see the tractor, what it looks like. It looks ever so good. In fact, what we'll do is we'll stop here. We'll have a quick walk around. Every time you get in and out of the cab, that steering wheel either drops or lifts. It's brilliant. Very clever. I've tried my hand at making mods and it never went well at all. So I'm always impressed by really good mods that just catch you off guard. I've had a couple of mods that are similar to this and they were not the best. So I've not really used any, but this one seems to be bang on point. I'm assuming Vario Grip just stops your wheels from spinning. If anybody knows what it does, let me know in the comments below, because I literally have no idea. I'm just guessing. But yeah, it's an impressive machine. And the steering wheel lowers. But inside the cab you got everything is so well thought out. You've even got your screen there that you can see all the numbers on. And I don't run a particularly high graphic setting. I wish I could, but my rig just isn't made for it. I have I wouldn't say it's an ancient setup, but it's old and it's not very powerful at all. I mainly use it just for business use, so it doesn't need to be very high power. And then I thought, oh, play a bit of Farming Simulator for YouTube, and I didn't realise it wasn't quite that capable. So I am looking to upgrade it, but at the minute I'm going to have to settle with lower quality videos. So we'll probably use this tractor as the main tractor on the farm. simply because we won't need anything bigger. We might even get a couple of these, but I don't particularly like the challenges that much. Having used one on the last video of the time lapse, it was so difficult to get used to while I was recording. I ended up not liking it, so I think I'll stick with the wheeled tractors as opposed to the tracked. We'll probably keep the old small equipment as well. There's no point getting rid of it if we don't need to. The 2 combines will go, but we've got 2 small Case IHs as well. At least one of those will be staying, at least the one that we've got connected up to the grass fertilizer rake thing. That'll definitely be staying. We'll need to go through all the equipment in the yard again and decide what is and isn't needed. On a farm this size, everything really needs to be quite big, because otherwise we're just going to get nothing done at all. When we've done a couple of goes around this field, we'll pass it over to a worker and go and have a go with that rake, because I've never used that rake before either. So we'll have a quick go with that and see what that's all about. It's just another way of fertilising the grass, I believe. It's instead of, it was in with the weeders, so I'm assuming it does exactly the same job as they do. But we'll find out when I use it. This really is a powerful machine. I had the choice between 2 cultivators. One required 500 horsepower, and then there's this one which I can't remember exactly how many it required. It was 300 plus. So it requires quite a lot of power, and this is quite a steep hill, and it doesn't seem to be having any problems with it. I think it's lost a tiny bit of speed. Nothing dramatic. So it does pull really well. But I think the other cultivator's got a lot more length on it. It's a tiny bit shorter. I think it's 0.2 meters shorter, but it's a lot longer going back. What difference that makes, I don't know. I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. I don't think it has any discs on it. This is just a discer, I think. I think the other one's sort of a subsoiler kind of effect. And this has taken a long time just to do one lap of this field. It is massive. I think that one's even bigger. That one that we own is even bigger. But let's have a look on the map. 45 and 49. There's probably not much in it. Because of the shape of 45, it might look a bit smaller, but it in fact probably isn't. Don't know whether to clean up that bottom corner on this pass or not. I'll leave that till last. We'll have a look when we get down there. I reckon we'll just keep on going down, tidy up that corner and spin round. I need to have a really good explorer of this map, because I've just literally had a look around the yard and gone up to this field that I bought, and that was about it. So I need to have a really good look round. I'm not used to doing anything in in-cab view, because I've done most of the videos are time-lapse videos, I'm used to outside the cab, because time-lapse doesn't look right when you're inside the cab, so I always thought right outside the cab. And now when you come to do something inside the cab to make it that little bit more realistic, it's actually a lot harder than you think. I'm sure I'll get used to it. I don't have any spare time to just come on and play without recording, so every time I'm playing this I'm recording, which is not very often at all. It's not like I can get any practice in. I'm hoping on this series we can do some tree work. Can't promise anything, but I'm hoping that we can. Just do something a little bit different. I don't think Sussex Farm has all that many trees to be cutting down. This one's got a nice woodland there. Right, we'll send them down this course here. Right, we'll take AI off and send him on his way. There we go. I've not used the I've not used the full width of that. That'll be alright. He'll do what he can with that. Or is that a she? That is a she. Excuse me. She will do whatever she can with that. And we'll get cracking and have a look at this rake. We've gone from very high tech to very low tech. Just a couple of chains and an old tractor. So we'll start from the bottom corner on this one and see what it does. Alright, let's get it unfolded. Yeah, it is fertilising it. So we'll just go around the field with this and see where we are. I do like the sound of these older tractors. They did well with the sounds on this, on 17. And I hope they're just as good on 19. I'm definitely looking forward to its release. I want to know what they've changed, because there's a lot of things good about this version on 17 and there's a lot of things that are quite bad. I'd have thought by now they'd have had 3D ploughing in, but hopefully 19 will bring that. Things like traffic, that could do with being a little bit more aware. Just little things. Rain through the buildings, I really hope they've sorted that out. I think it's going to take a long time to do this field with this as well. Might just have a play in it and then get something bigger to do it with. Some fertiliser or something, just get some fertiliser thrown on it. That's it, that's a full circuit there. I think it's going to take too long to do the whole field with this, so what we'll do is we'll nip to the shop, fold this up, we'll stick this in one of these barns here, if there's one free. There is, we'll use that one. So we'll just drop this in here, take the tractor to the shop and pick up a fertiliser spreader. Okay. Now it's quite a way to the shop from the farm, but it's nice getting there. There's some nice views on your way, and this yard is big, very spacious. You can fit you could actually do this map on multiplayer and probably have no problems with there being 10-12 people in the yard. Right, we'll go over here and we'll actually go on the correct side of the road this time. Avoid any crashes. What I'll do is I'll fill the fertiliser spreader and then I'll do a quick time lapse of me fertilising the grass fields, and then we can fit more in. If I don't time lapse, and there's probably not going to be very much in the videos, we're not going to get much done. And I want to be on the farm for at least a year. I know it doesn't sound that long when you look at 3 days a season. That's only 12 days in the game, but that's not very long when you put it into videos. And with one, preferably I want more than one season of crops. We'll see how we get on, but time lapsing I think some parts is the way to go. They are all big fields on this map by the looks of it. I think probably 20. That looks small. 23, that looks small. But by the time we get there, I bet it'll be a lot bigger than I thought. But I think 23 is probably the smallest one. I'll have to look into buying it, but it's quite a trek from the farm. But that is where the sheep are. So if we decide to get animals on this map, that's where we'll have to go to the sheep, and for that we'll have a completely separate equipment to be there all the time, and we'll buy a truck to be able to get around everywhere, because I think travelling by tractor again, it'll take too long, so we'll probably buy a truck to do that. I think we should have animals. So if you let me know what animals we should have on this, whether it be all of them or just select few, then I'll read through the comments and see which one gets the best response. But let's find out where I fill this up, and then we'll start the time lapse. But at the minute I don't know where to fill this up, and I bet I'll be screamed at by people that have been playing this game for a while, this map. They'll be going, go there, go there, and I'll be nowhere near it. Okay, so I found out where it is, and me being me, I didn't think to check what we actually had. I didn't think to check whether we already had a fertiliser spreader, and it turns out, well, we have. And it's exactly the same one as I've just been all the way to the shop to buy. So that was a wasted journey. But at least now I know. And I know next time to look at what we've got. Hold on, it's saying I found it now. I've probably gone into the wrong... Have I gone into the wrong bit? Okay, so I did go in the wrong bit. That there that you can see the seed bags, I thought that's where you filled up with fertiliser. It's not. This is the bit that you fill up with fertiliser. Just somewhere there apparently. But when I came through to try and find it the first time, I spotted this. So that one needs to be sold. We'll just use the one that I've already picked up. See how we're doing with this. Nearly full. There we go. Right. Let's close that up. There we go. Right, let the time lapse begin. Okay, so this is nearly done now, and what we'll do is we're going to take this tractor back to the yard, get the other tractor, take that back to the yard, and then that'll be it for today's video. So there's only 2 grass fields, which in a way I'm quite thankful for when it comes to fertilising. I thought there was 3, but there's not. I don't know why I thought there was 3. There we go. I think... Oh, he hasn't... Oh. I should really have kept an eye on that tractor, because he's actually stopped just in front of those trees there. I don't know if you can see him. I think the wind mirror's in the way. No. There's a hill in front of him. But he stopped just there. So what I'll do, I'll leave that one there. And then I'll finish that field on the next episode. And then get it started on the field behind us. And then we'll fertilise those fields and then plant. I've only got it on 1 fertiliser stage. That may be changed, but at the minute it's only on 1, especially with us only having 3 days per season to play with. But we might find that there's nothing to do once everything's been done and we have 2 days spare or 1 day spare, so we'll just stick another fertiliser stage on it. So let's part this up and we'll run back to the farmhouse. It's a really nice farmhouse, this one. It's quite big looking. It is a big yard, that. So let me know what animals you think we should get in the comments below. That's it for the first episode of Lone Oak. Hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, thanks for watching.